Yo, DystoGuy here. So guys, TikTok's getting banned, huh? Pretty sad situation, guys. I see that you guys are passing through, I mean, the people that likes TikTok. There are many people cheering that it's gonna get banned, like, oh, it makes people dumb. It's Chinese shit, banned the Chinese thing. The Chinese are spying on us and stuff like that, which is not necessarily false. Of course, like data and stuff like that. But yeah, many people are cheering. It's set to be banned on day 19th, on the 19th day of this month, which is 4 days from now. It's all about the data stuff, like, oh, the Chinese are gathering our data and it might be a national security risk and stuff like that. That's the argumentation. You can search it up to go more in depth into it, but it's basically that. If they don't sell their US assets until the 19th, they're gonna get banned. People ain't gonna be able to use it. Like, it's not gonna be in the App Store. If you try to use the app, it's gonna send you a message saying that you can't use it. It's gonna have a link that will direct you to a page that explains why it is getting banned and stuff. And it's crazy, because the TikTok was made by a company called ByteDance, and the privately held ByteDance, it's 60% owned by institutional investors like BlackRock and General Atlantic. Those guys, like 60%, which is crazy. And then its founders and employees is 20% each. And it has more than 7,000 employees in the USA. So I think lots of people are gonna lose their jobs. I'm pretty sad for them. Me personally, I do not agree with banning shit like this, honestly. Like, it's not like they're banning crack from the streets or something like this. Like USA has a fucking opioid problem. Like, there are people using drugs on the streets and just stumbling and falling on the floor and blah blah blah. Such a huge fucking problem, but they are focusing on fucking TikTok now. I feel like they think that's a bigger problem or something like that. It's not like they're banning those drugs or those people to doing that on the streets. No, they're banning TikTok. I do not agree with that. For me, that sounds like censorship, honestly. And I think it's more of a USA problem than a China problem, like, for real. Because if you think about it, Meta, Google, X, think about all the data that they gather and what do they do with the data, I'm saying, like, they basically do the same shit. The only difference is that it's China doing it, not USA. But honestly, the data problem, no one likes getting their data messed with like that, They should be held accountable too, for what they do with people's data, honestly. Like, who are they selling this data to, What are they doing with that data? Maybe they're even selling to other countries, who knows? Do not doubt that. Another thing, like, TikTok is just one app. There are many other Chinese apps that you can download on the App Store, and they're gonna do the same thing. That's what happens when you have like a open market, for apps. Any app in the world, there are Indian apps, there are fucking Chinese apps, Russian apps, there are lots of apps, and all of them gather data. That's how it is nowadays, But I don't get the personal grudge against TikTok, like, for real. Like, honestly, I'm not a fan of TikTok. I don't use that shit. I don't like short form content platforms. I think it's dominated by brain rot, and content just gets cheaper and cheaper and shittier. It is all about quantity, not quality, and blah blah blah. But I don't think that's a reason to ban a fucking app. Like, it has hundreds of millions of people using this shit. USA is 170 million people using this shit, so that's a lot of people that use the app. And one thing that happens, like, that's such bullshit. Like, for real, as I said, I don't like when governments ban stuff that people use. Like, we're not talking about weapons or drugs here, we're talking about fucking apps on your phone. Like, the bad thing is doom scrolling, brain rot. But Facebook does that, Twitter does that, fucking Instagram does that, YouTube does that. Like, oh, a TikTok, they can do that. And you know what happens now? People just move on. People just move on to another app that does the same thing. Like, people now, because the TikTok's getting banned, they're moving on to this app right here. See this app? You see this? It's called Redbook. You can search it up on the fucking App Store. As I said, people just move on. Like, here in Brazil, last year, at the end of the year, we had X being banned here. And when X got banned here, people just moved on to this app. See? Blue Sky. People just started using this app, which is basically the same shit as Twitter. That's what happens, you can't censor shit. People will just find another way to use it. I don't think censorship is the solution. Prohibition You know, that shit's not the way to do it. It's fucking internet. Like, people use the app or will find another app that is equal to it and use it. Like, that's ridiculous. Another thing, TikTok actually pays really well people that produce content. Like here you have YouTube, you know, you get monetized, you make money. TikTok has that too. And honestly, it's not bad. It's not bad. They actually pay well, you know. They have TikTok lives there. There are people that actually make a living there. You know, there are people making legitimate money there. You know, taxable money. I don't think is a good thing, just stripping the people away the thing that makes them money, legitimate money. You know, it's TikTok, whatever, you don't like it, but I mean, they're doing nothing wrong. They're making money off their videos, their content. If it's bad or good content, I don't care. People like that shit, they make money. You know, it's pretty sad, I think, you know, situation. I hate this shit. It's like censorship. I don't think governments should be banning apps or sites or whatever. They shouldn't be banning this shit. They should be worried about what is happening on their streets with people using drugs, people robbing and being able to steal certain amounts of cash from markets in certain states. People, like, there are so many bad things going on. I think to focus on this is pretty fucking weird and doesn't make sense, and people just move on. People are using Redbook right now. You're gonna ban the Redbook, they will just move on to another app. No, it doesn't work. People use stuff, you can just try to take that shit off their hands, they're gonna find another thing. It's pretty trash things for a government to do, honestly, and I guess people just use Redbook now. Don't ban shit. Governments don't ban shit. Like, that's cringe. Go ban drugs and put people that actually harm other people in jail. Do that. Stop focusing on what people are doing on their fucking phones, you know, like, honestly, cringe. I hope TikTok doesn't get banned, but by the looks of it, another pretty cringe thing is happening is that Mr. Beast is like saying that he's gonna buy TikTok. Do you know how much TikTok costs? Is worth? Like, that ain't gonna happen, bro. It's just fucking cringe shit. Like, some famous people are starting to try to pander to a certain narrative to actually gain notoriety to a group of people that they don't actually are legitimate about it. They're just trying to market themselves as someone that panders to that type of narrative. But it's fake, guys. Don't fall for this shit. Don't think he thinks like you and he's so like me. No, guys, fuck. They're just playing the algorithm. And it's pretty cringe. No, he ain't gonna buy TikTok. I fucking doubt that. And just search it up, how much is TikTok is worth and how much Mr. Beast is worth. And he said that he's contacting millionaires. Pretty cringe shit. Honestly, Twitter, X spawns some really cringe shit. It's just people trying to pander to a certain demographic to gain likes and things. And people fall for that shit, to repost shit to get some crumbs of that. And it's pretty cringe behavior. As I said in my past video, people act weird on the internet just to get notoriety, just to get numbers, and it's pretty cringe. But yeah, guys, hope they don't ban TikTok. If you make a legitimate living there, and if you like it, and if you don't like it, comment below what you think about that. And I see you in the next video. I'm going to stream today and continue our Deus Ex gameplay. But anyways, now I'm gonna edit this video and read some manga.